All right, what's up, man? What's your name and where you from?
My name Low. Everybody call me Mr. Nah FR from Southeast DC.
And what's the name of your brand? And can you tell us a little bit of background about how you started your brand?
My brand called Nah FR. It stands for Never Alcohol for Respect. I was just sitting in the house chilling, smoking. I was gonna start making funnel, but I just like said, forget that. I was on clothes already, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of fashion, just being from Southeast, we always, tend to be fly. So I just went with the clothes thing.
And how long ago was that? Like, how long ago have you been on your clothing journey?
Um, I think May made it 5 years.
Okay, congrats. And so let's start in the beginning, and then we'll go to where you're at now, and then where your brand is headed. So, growing up Southeast DC, what were you into? What was life like, and what were like the early inspirations? Would you say, if any, that you had that got you into fashion?
Um, I don't know, I guess just like when I was in high school, everybody wanted shoes, you know what I'm saying? So with shoes coming out, you can't just have the shoes on, you gotta have something to wear with it, you know what I'm saying? Even as a kid, so we always been in fashion and I went to Baloo, you know what I'm saying? So you couldn't really just wear no shoes and not have nothing, you know what I'm saying, to put on with it. Even if it was your uniform still had to be to a certain stature, you know what I'm saying? You had to have on, it had to look fly at the end of the day. So and we ran with the 990s and 992s, 993s and things like that. So I think the shoes made us, you know what I'm saying, stay flat because you gotta have something on with it. You know what I'm saying?
What was like your favorite shoe growing up, or like your dream shoe?
My favorite shoe growing up, I used to like the 2001s, New Balance 2001s. They don't, or no 2000s. They don't, or 2002s. They don't make them jumps like they used to make them,
Mm.
when I was in high school, but they still got them around.
So when you were in high school, what was like, if you could describe like, let's say like a DMV or DC character head to toe of like what they would be wearing, what would they be wearing in your head? Like, what would the character look like head to toe, with like the swaggiest character?
Man, see, like back at when I was in high school, like I heard somebody say earlier, you could put on a white tee and be fly. You know what I'm saying? So that was really that's still my go-to to this day. You know what I'm saying? It's more so just how you swag it. You know what I'm saying? How your jeans look or how your shorts look or even your shoes. It just gotta be put together right. It don't even gotta be a guy from my city. You know what I'm saying? It's just all on how you put it together. Sometimes colors could be off. Sometimes colors might gotta be on. It just depends on, like I said, how you put it together.
And then, so when you were back then in high school, earlier childhood, or whatever, were you particularly into fashion? Like, did you always kind of know like that's the lane you wanted to go to, or did that come later on?
No, I definitely came later on. You know, I was always on fashion though. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think I was gonna make clothes, no. But I definitely always was into fashion, dealing with my brother, you know what I'm saying? He always had on some polo or nautical or Tommy and I needed the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So we always, always was fly, had some fly stuff on, but to be like, yeah, I wanted to make clothes back then, nah, that definitely wasn't my lane. I was outside or playing basketball or, something like that, or having kids, because I got a lot of
Okay, cool. And then, so you said basically the clothing brand kind of started as an idea, and that was about 5 years ago, right? So, can you talk about like initially when you first started, like what was the creativeness behind it? How did you think about it? How were you kind of like trying to orchestrate and plan out like your brand?
So like I said, when I first started, I was in the house sitting on the couch smoking. Um, I always said nah for real. Like before the clothes thing, like after I say everything, I say nah for real. It's just always been something I say. So me just sitting there thinking, you know what I'm saying? I was like, once I came up with the name that what I was gonna make the clothing, you know what I'm saying, my name, I was like, it gotta mean something. You know what I'm saying? I can't just have a name and it don't mean nothing, because that's what a lot of people do. I ain't really trying to sell you my clothes, I'm trying to sell you my name. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not presented to the adults for real. It's for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Never I call for respect. And that go in any aspect. So it took some little time. It took me a few days to put it together, but that's what we came up with, and that's what we sticking with.
What were some of like the earlier challenges or successes that you had as you're starting out your clothing brand?
When I started with a manufacturer. Well, with a dude here, he passed away, but like it was going good at first until like me, I'm the type of person, if I spend my money with you, I prefer honesty. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me something ready and it's not if I'm spending, hundreds of dollars with you. So like I just got lost with the non-communication and it just drove me to go buy a heat press. And so ever since 2022, I've been making my own shirts and my own hats and my own shorts. You know what I'm saying? I can make my own socks. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody. All I need is somewhere like this, even here or sun tees, and I'm gonna go with it. You know what I'm saying? I even go up you on your market and go get it. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I'm gonna do it by hand. Cause even with my manufacturer, I still gotta wait on it. You call me right now, I have it ready for you by tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying?
And then as you progress throughout the years, how's it been, let's say more on the marketing side and kind of putting like you starting from like zero essentially, right? And you're putting your name out there, your brand out there. How are you able to get like your first couple customers and build that kind of fan base behind your brand?
So I've been outside for a long time, you know what I'm saying? Like I if a lot of people don't know, we had this thing called group days where like it was a lot of groups, we used to be in the go-go's, we used to fight. So I was in them days, you know what I'm saying? So I was already somebody. I'm not nobody, but I'm somebody that a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I'm a familiar face. Let me say that. So and I got a lot of friends, you know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't hard. And I didn't do the 25, 50 method drop. I dropped 10 shirts.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? 5 hats, 6 hats. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go big. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really hard. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't hard to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I got great customer service with my brand. You know what I'm saying? That's what people would look for. So it really wasn't hard. And my first drop, majority of my friends bought it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it wasn't hard at all.
And right now, so you wearing I see you got a not for real
Yeah,
shirt on and
yeah,
a
this
hat on
something new
too.
right here.
That's fly. So can you show them that hat too?
Oh yeah, this that Nah for Real Nationals collab. You know what
That's
I'm
hard.
saying? Yeah,
No, that's tough.
I made this by hand too.
Okay. So I'm trying to understand like when you're in your creative bag or like how do you tap into that creativeness that's like, okay, let me do this shirt color with these two females with this design and then the hat like how does your creativity come about? Is it like spontaneous? Do you think about it? What's the process like?
It just some days it just come to me like that. Some days I got a hard time. Like right now, I'm getting ready to have a fashion show. I have designer block. I'm not prepared for the fashion show. I like you know what I'm saying. Some days I want to make clothes, some days I don't. So it's like it's up or down. You know what I'm saying. But one thing I'm not gonna do is stop, no matter how down it get, cause this me. It ain't like I can just let it go and it fall back on somebody else. This my brand. You know what I'm saying? If I don't stand on it, ain't nobody else gonna stand with it. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what it is, I'm gonna keep pushing it. I don't care how much somebody say it's trash. All right, that's cool. I'm gonna get in my brain because I'm a Virgo. So once I get in my brain and let it run, it's gonna run circles around myself. And once I put it out, it's gonna be better than what it was before.
Cool. So you brought up the fashion show, right? Is this your first fashion show or you've done a few before?
So I've never done a fashion show. This type of fashion show has never been done before though. Nobody has never done. It's called a Warehouse Live Fashion Show. I'm streaming it on all platforms. It's
Mm.
invite only. You have to be somebody to be there. Like I'm only inviting content creators, bloggers, comedians, people that do interviews, things like that in that nature. Like I'm not inviting 200 to 400 people where I gotta be like, I gotta sell a ticket or I gotta be like, all right, July 18th come 200 people, man. Dang, if something came up or, I got the kids or I'm understanding. So I got 5 kids, so I get something may come up, but it's not gonna keep coming up on me. So to eliminate that, it's a live stream event. You're not even invited. You get what I'm saying? So you can be out of town.
Right.
You can be out of town, pop up on that live. I don't care what you be on, Kick, Twitch,
Mm.
Instagram, Twitter. I don't. We putting it on all platforms, so you can't miss it. And it don't help me. I got 10 clothing brands walking, maybe
Mm.
12. I got 3 rappers. You know what I'm saying? I got a few other people. That's more so a networking event. It's gonna help everybody around me before it help me. It's gonna help me on the back, and I'm gonna get help regardless. I ain't even tripping off the help. As long as I see everybody else get help, it's gonna make me drive myself more. So that's the whole purpose of it.
Nah, that's fire. So, one, it sounds like a real, community event, bringing people together. So, can you speak a little bit about like how you curate it? You said you mentioned a few other clothing brands and you got a few performances too. So, what was your mindset when you're like curating lineup? And can you name some of the brands, if possible, or some of the artists too that are performing?
Of course. So when I put it together, I was looking for something different. Like my man, shout out my brother Trey Five. He got a clothes. He do these ciphers for the rappers, and he collab clothing brands with it. We just did one Friday. Me and him collabed on Friday. My brother from MAB collabed on the last one. So you know what I'm saying? It just was like looking for something different. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking everywhere trying to find something. So I just went with that. You know what I'm saying? I bring it to my brother Trey attention. Like, look, I got something. Like we can't miss. We can't miss. It's gonna help everybody, and it's gonna make people want to. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to be a part of it. You get what I'm saying? We ain't no gatekeepers. We want everybody to win, especially if you from our city. You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody this. New Dallas was rappers, right? All right, they did the rap thing. Everybody trying to be a group of rappers. We can do this with the clothes. We can do the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? But far as the people I got on there, I got Trey Fab Magic. I got he walk. That's my brother who I'm collabing with. I got MABS, my brother, man about business. We met him. We got our own shop on St. Barnabas Road. I got my cousin B Smart. Got She Really Her. I got a couple brands. No Love Customs. It's a couple different brands. I probably forgot. I forgot a couple of them, and I'm still adding some. I'm trying to get Riz to pop out, but you know what I'm saying? I know he a busy man, but we're gonna get him there somehow, some way, and he's not gonna be on this live. I promise you. He is gonna be in person. But I got my boy Waskino, he gonna perform here, new up and coming artist. I got my brother Yemi Gang Savage performing, and I got my boy Fezar performing. It's hosted by Rich Motion. It's co-hosted by Rich Motion, the comedian from Southeast DC, my brother. And then my other brother, Southeast Facey, hosting it. So it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, a great event. Like, it's just something you can't miss. Like, you just can't miss it.
Nah, yeah, that sounds like a real fun event, and especially the most important aspect is bringing people together.
No, for real.
I think that's a really cool thing you said as far as like the same way groups can come together and either music or another world, fashion could also be something like that too.
No, for sure.
And when you think about it too, it's like, even as you were talking earlier about like, let's say like earlier, like DMV swag or whatever, like it's like you had New Balance paired with polo or paired with whatever jeans.
For
And it's
sure.
like whenever you have something pushed out, it's never just one brand for real. It's like few
Multiple.
multiple brands, multiple community things. So yeah, I know you said it's private, but when can the people stream it?
July 18th, 6 to 10.
There you go. All platforms.
All platforms. I don't care what you stream on. And
So,
it's definitely, everybody be on Instagram, so it's going to be on Instagram for sure.
okay, July 18th. And for your brand that day, are you debuting something new?
Yeah, I'm a so all brands get three looks. We do a male look, a female look, and a unisex look. So everything I come with is gonna be brand new. I'm not even going. If I do I probably don't start making stuff till like next week. Really get in my bag for that. But it's gonna be new. Everything will be new, like everything. And I'm even me and my brother Trey Five. I think we got a new collab coming that day that we gonna debut that day too. So
You have any advice for anybody who's young and they're trying to get into clothing or fashion and they're starting out just like you started out 5 years ago?
grind, don't stop. Keep hustle, fail, hustle, fail, hustle, fail. I was told when you start, my man, but this old head guy told me, him and his partner, they had a business, and his partner used to always say, hurry up and fuck up. Hurry up and fuck up. Because you gotta fuck up to win. It's just all about the motivation you got to not stop. You know what I'm saying? So just stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself, don't lose yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because you can lose yourself people think you can't lose yourself in this closed world. You can. I'm telling you, you can. I done seen it happen. I done seen people drop all this merch from manufacturers because they see other people doing it, and now they sitting on 50 hoodies. You know what I'm saying? They got to give it away free after they didn't pay $2,400 for it, $3,000 for it. So just do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I don't try to please the people in my city. You know what I'm saying? I make stuff for people all out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really tripping off the naysayers. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else shouldn't either.
All right, so you're 5 years in. What about the next 5 years? How do you envision that? Let's say by the time you get to year 10, what do you envision for yourself and your brand?
I just got asked this question. Uh, so I like I said, I was already so I went to the store. I was put in the store Ayo Boutique like 2 years ago. In 10 years, I'm trying to be bigger than Nordstrom's if I'm not in Nordstrom's. You get what I'm saying? Or on a platform like that. Like, but I plan to have my own, even though me and my brother got our own shop now, it's just a little hole in the wall. I'm trying to have it bigger than whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's really the goal. That's definitely the goal.
Um, what's some of the worst fashion trends you see that you don't like?
I don't know. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I don't read nothing but not for real. So I really don't pay no attention to like other brands, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it like it's trash or you know what I'm saying that like I just was telling them Friday night. I make my clothes so I ain't gotta look like you.
Mm,
And you ain't gonna look like me. So we ain't gonna never look alike no matter what I make. You get what I'm saying? Because you gonna whatever you go in the store and buy, I'm gonna make the total opposite. Even if it look the same, even if it's the same thing, it's not gonna look the same. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really pay attention to other people's brands. There's some trash brands out here, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names, but I try to stay away from that. If it ain't really like the homies brands or you know what I'm saying, like something I collabed on, I tend to just buy shoes and make my own clothes. You know what I'm saying? So
what about some of the rappers, like not locally, but like mainstream that got some of the worst swag and they need that not for real?
hold on. If they ain't shop nah for real, they missing it. Nah for real. Nah for real. Listen. Oh, that's what you want? That's easy. Everybody, the whole world. It Riz. You. Y'all tripping. Don't trip. We gonna get y'all some nah for real. I got y'all, man. I got y'all. Next time I come out, I got y'all, man.
You have any dream collabs, whether it be with other brands or other artists out there or musicians, whatever?
I don't really have no dream collab. I mean, I don't really have no dream collab. I collab with anybody. Like I said, I network with a horse if they talking about hair. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter to me. If I just put two brands off the fashion show because not because I don't like them, but because they drive not like mine or they drive not like the people that's with me. I'm not about to put you on something and you're not serious about your brand like I'm serious about your brand. Why should I be more serious about your brand than you are?
Hmm.
And I got my own shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So if if you got hustle and you got drive, I'm trying to collab because my viewers not your viewers and your viewers not my viewers. So that means we gonna get seen regardless. It's just about helping each other. That's all.
Any last words for the people out there? Anything you want to tell them, before the fashion show? What can they expect and things to come down the line? And just any last words you got for the folks?
Man, listen, this is something you don't want to miss. I'm telling you, if it go the way I wanted to go, this is something I'm trying to do like every month or every 2 months. Like this not gonna be just a one time thing. This gonna be, you know what I'm saying, this gonna be something that we keep going, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else doing something. You know what I'm saying? They got, Nucci got his front porch. They got the DMV backyard jam. My man got the ciphers. We got the Warehouse Live Fashion Show. Who don't want to get fly? Everybody like fashion in the city. That's what I was told. Well, that's how they act.
Bet that's a bet. Appreciate you. One more time, let them know your name, where they could find you, and tell them one more time the date and time where they could live stream the show.
They can find me on Instagram at Nah For Real Clothing. Nah For Real is NAHFR Clothing. Or they can find me on my main page, the Real Mr. Nah For Real, the DA. And 6 to 10, July 18th. If you're not there, you're a square. Stay true to yourself or you'll lose yourself. Nah, for real.
Nah, for real. Got me saying it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you going to. I definitely. Hey, you got some oversized shirts on, Queen?